It's like, no, don't go into build camera. I'm not gonna let you build anymore here, fella. I won't tolerate your taps around here. You builders. With your dreams. And your imaginative things. You never intended to be in the game. They were tripping balls on the creations. Let's see how crappy the stream looks. So I'm going to turn base markers or something off here. That's right, I got an egg to hatch. I don't know whose egg it is. Where's the egg? When am I going to get rid of the hatchet then? See what? Check down here. See if we're even on the right planet to hatch it. What the hell? I think it's his egg. What's up, buddy? Oh, you almost started. Well, I do need to make some pellets. Might as well feed you before I dismiss you. Still got my face right in your horn. That's why I don't like using you very much. You're a big boy though. Okay. Let's get rid of him. And see what this egg's all about here. Oh, it's cute. Has he got a weird horn on his head? Yeah, he's got a weird horn on his head too. Probably could have made it bigger too. Oh well. Go over there and kill that guy. there. Okay. Badass like your dad. Welcome back, Warren. Oh, just playing with some pets. Getting my butt kicked. Seeing if this guy's gonna help me out here. Oh yeah, bit him right in the tush. Tush biter. Should we call you Tushy Biter? Okay. He might grow up to be useful. Let's see what his stats are. 2.6 meters in height. How tall is this guy? So he's going to be taller than that guy. 2.7 meters. It's going to be right in there. Aggression, 100%. 17% cheeky. 53 free-spirited. Should probably try to get an egg from this guy. Can I get an egg for me? I want to make him... I think I want to make him smaller. I don't know. I'll grab his egg. Do you want me to show you some of the build before you go? Just messing with pets. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate your patronage, your hominage. This thing does take about 7 minutes to walk down. Got a floating save point right here. But thanks for joining me, and sleep well. And I've put out plenty of videos of me building this and working on it that you can check out. Right? I didn't really build it as an acid trip. It was supposed to be like a flight through kaleidoscope, but this definitely reminds me of some acid trips I've been on. Definitely got some really trippy elements going on in the build. The build's fairly simplistic in its creation. There's a lot of creative things going on. I wish this would have turned out better than it did. Some radiant lights for these 4 wings, but you only really see this last ring light up. Yeah, let me just walk down it real quick. Oh, fell off the platform. fall off this damn platform. It feels like I'm walking sideways. Maybe I'm walking sideways. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of organics going on. Tried to use a lot of the same plants, a lot of variation at the same time. I really love the little glowy bulb alien plant, and then the really long alien plant that makes up those rings. Really cool to work with. Not a big fan of the little egg-shaped one with the tentacles coming off of it. I tried it in here a couple times, and it just didn't impress me as far as lighting up or looking cool. These glass walls, though, those are a real fun pain in the neck to mess with. And I wanted to take the race initiators out of the sides of this thing. You can't really even see them. They're just wasted parts. If you know they're there, then you kind of can tell, but they didn't give me the effect in here that I wanted, even though I adjusted them a few times. You just don't see them when you're on the walkway. Right on the edge of the walkway, I should say. This section I like to call the grinder. It gets a little noisy in here with both these alternating satellites rotating. Psychedelic dreams. Hopefully the stream's not too crappy either. Trying to read some comments as I go down this. Try not to fall off of it. I've seen a ton of APG engines and kaleidoscopes done on this game, but I wanted one you could actually walk through. And this is pretty much the end of it. Ask the questions to the God within. And if you get close enough, there's a save point right here you can kind of grab, I think. Can I grab you? Can I save it? No? Okay. I just fall off. But, oh, I fall off again. Okay, and then there's a secret little Easter egg on the other side of this thing. It's a couch. Oh. I can hit it. Where am I going? Oh, I'm way up here. Did I hit it? Okay. Yeah, there's an actual couch you can sit on back here. The end of this thing. Can't go into first person though when you're sitting on a couch, which I learned yesterday when I put this couch in. I wanted to go into first person view. You actually have to stand up off of the couch, get up, before it puts you into first person view. Try not to look at any of my base markers. Get them out of the frame. What's my spaceship? 500U exactly. I did not plan that. But from my starship to my couch, it's 500U. of awesomeness. And it's a whole different experience walking out of here. A lot of it stays loaded in, but when we get right back to the beginning, there's one really frustrating, stubborn ring that just doesn't want to load back in. That's pretty much the only ring in this thing that I haven't rebuilt in some way, because if I delete one little piece of it, even the wire connecting the lights, the whole ring disappears. And I've already since deleted the ability to bring that ring back. This is a really cool thing to have the race initiators going through the satellite dishes like that, because they turn and pulse in different intervals. You end up getting tons of different shapes and things going on. And light fissure little laser beams. This is Colossus spawners, and then mech spawners, or mech and then Colossus here at the end. I could keep from falling off my own little path here. Would be nice. I do appreciate you joining my stream, and love showing off what's possible in No Man's Sky. I've got several other builds on my channel, but this was my late game normal mode splurge, I guess, of a base. More of an art installation than a functioning base or something that was based on somebody else's work or something. Most of my bases up to this point functioned in some mineral or gas or both power hotspot. This was just to push the little limits of my PS4 and the game too. They're like, oh, you only allowed 3,000 parts. Well, if that doesn't cut it, then I'm not going to abide by those limits. And it is a little bit depressing to walk through it nowadays and see some things missing and some things changed and some things not turn out the way I wanted them, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with it, and ready to do my next one. I always thought both of the ends of those satellites glowed. Recently I've noticed that just one end of them glows. I thought both of those tips glowed though. This ring is going to load in down here. Almost back to the beginning. I like the vibes I get from that gold spot. So good. Yeah, the gold spot, the grinder. Well, there's a couple of gold spots. I like this gold spot. With the mechs and the living snaky trees and those little glowy light bulbs right there, and yeah, the fissures and stuff right here. I think I like these fissures better red though. I think I'm going to change them back, but I love this moon pool effect going on right here. And the little bit of movement that you get from these trees. These little snaky alien trees. I had those inside the grinder down there too. You can see that in one of my other videos. Those were some parts that got taken out of this build, but they just weren't super necessary. But yeah, this lighting bulb effect, I only used it once in this build, but I like it. I like the way it glows and pulses and moves. And it's just one of those little like tabletop Quicksilver statue things. It's got that awesome light on top. I should have used it more throughout the build. I don't know, if it was up to me, the base limit would be 10,000 pieces, and this thing would be 5,000 U long instead of 500. And it did get pretty crazy, almost pushing 5,000 pieces. And it took a lot of redesigning it to get it to the current state that's 2,998 pieces. You can see the lights going off. Yep, that ring just doesn't want to load back in. The ring, that if you delete one piece, the whole thing disappears. So if one piece decides not to load back in, then the whole ring doesn't load back in. I love the effect that I got from this little flower though. And the red fissures coming out of those, hitting those trees with the lanterns in them. Gave a nice effect. And then I've always loved the little stars in the middle of these alien glowy things. Gives you a nice pulse of light. I wish somebody would make this the community highlight. I wish it would load in properly and shit for everybody. This ring's only half loaded into, so's that one. So you can't walk down it and back. You can walk down it and have everything load in just fine from both directions. Well, speak of the devil. You see all that shit up here? Like those ossified stars. And the second row, let's see, that row right there is still missing. Some of them are still missing, but some of them tried to load back in. That's crazy. That one ring now just will not load back in. But you can see the wiring nightmare behind it. 4 pill lights and an extra one in the middle. Go all the way around that ring. All hooked up to bite beat down here. What are these batteries tripping on? Oh. Batteries are tripping. But yeah, I don't know, you saw this a minute ago, it was all here. I wonder if I could molest these pill lights when it's in this stage and then put them, no, I wouldn't have anything to put them back on. And have it load in all different. Yeah, lots of fun on the Mount Olympus build. Alright man, thanks for stopping in. And if you want to see more, just check out some of my videos on my channel. I've been messing with this thing for a month now, but I think it turned out pretty decent. It was well worth the time spent. I'm going to enjoy it for a long time to come. I need to go work on my racetrack. What is this space? Blistering damp, overgrown planet. Some nice lakes. Storm clearing. What's this place look like during the daytime? Yellow piss skies. Big old mountains. Where'd those lakes go? Lakes. I swear I was just looking at some lakes. Yeah, right there. Oh. Can't see them during the daytime because the fog's too thick. That means these mountains are really tall. So I was going to build a racetrack up here. Nice rainbow over there. I don't know if this is a good spot for a racetrack or not. But you could definitely build some huge jumps over the rainbow. Land on some different mountaintops. What the heck? Let's give it a shot. Base computers right here. Okay. Watch me not even have stuff to build it with. Okay, where do we want the race to start? It's time to start right here. Okay. Down here, create new track. Press R1 to drop checkpoints. Remove checkpoints with circle. Return to race initiator to finish editing. Okay. So we want a checkpoint. Here, do like a burn. R1. And jet it this way. Sorry. Put one right there. Jet up here. One right there. Jet up here. Put one right there. Oh shit. Oh. Should we put one? What? Going that way. Can't drop no more. Too far away. Here. Okay. There. Finish line. There. Racetrack created. Alright. Well, let's go see what kind of time we get. Did I go too far? Okay, start race. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, almost. Oh, yes. Oh, flying now. This is gonna be the hard one. Shouldn't get that far. Okay. Oh, got a pothole. What she's got. Let's go. Finished. 52 seconds. Not too bad. Got some big air jumps going on. Could use some landing pads. A bit of a base hangout. Maybe less some of the markers. Try to make them thing bigger. It's a cool planet though. Too bad about the skies. I don't know if I like the yellow skies. Hey, what's up, midget? You're a tiny dude. Come here. Oh, I don't have no creature pellets. Okay. Oh, did you grow up? You're a horny little bastard. Got some milk. Where'd the other little dude go? Oh, there he is. He's just a baby dude. His horns hasn't grown up yet. Okay, well, we got a new racetrack. Sort of. But no base to speak of, and no teleporter. Where's my ship at? There's my ship. Base is over there. Is that my base? I have another base on this planet? Or somebody else's base? Where did that base go? That's right, I think I did plop a base computer down at this portal. Well, not this portal, but it's an archive thing. I thought it would be cool. Why do I have wires here? That's right, I do have a teleporter here. Let it load in for a second. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I could do a double base computer thing on that mountaintop. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't know about the yellow skies. That might not be so cool. Let's go to the first racetrack. See if we can fix that jump so that it's a little easier to make. Hello to whoever just joined me. Just coming back to my little racetrack build here. Seeing if I can make this jump easier to make. So right now, it takes everything you got. Give me a little exocraft to make this jump. And sometimes you hit this at a weird angle because it's not lined up the greatest. And I don't even remember how I got those glitched in there. Metal plating and some jelly. A little bit of that. And a little bit of that. And do a little bit of this. Oh, come on, I know that race marker's right there, but a little bit more speed to this thing. Damn, those take a lot of metal plates. 5 a piece is a little bit much. Okay. Now, can I bump this one back a little bit? Yeah, I think one more round of those will work. It's gonna take me back to the regular build camera. Yeah. Is that thing still? Oh, it's still tipped. Cool. I was gonna have to turn this piece again and get it to line up. It's already there, which is nice. I don't get that too often in the game where it's parts nice to you. What's wrong with you now? Tilted just a little too much. Don't want a green state at all. State right there. Oh, I'm missing hydrogen jelly. Give me some jelly. Okay, that should be easier to clear now. Let's test it out. Back here, do a little bit of a run at it. Give everything she's got. Hit the X button. Oh, I cleared it by a ways this time. That's good. Now I gotta make much back. Not enough fuel. I don't know why there's no, there it is. Is that the fuel system now? I'm not gonna make it. I barely made it. Okay, so that jump could use some revamp too. Probably have to jump over there in order to reach it. Yeah, I gotta jump back over there. Should have known they need a bigger build camera. Oh, I didn't make it. Jumping off of Diplos. Diplos give you really good height. If you didn't know that. Look, huge speed bumps. Just put this ramp in if you, like last week, never had a way to get back up here on this big old floating island. Okay. Try this again. I don't have any jets left. Full jets. And the X button. And I made it. Okay. Let's add a little bit of speed to this one too. So I'm going to need more plates, more jelly. Get rid of my nip-nip. Make more plates. Okay. Give this ramp a little bit of speed boost too. What is that? Doesn't look very flat to me. Turn a little bit. Okay, let's add to the top first, I guess. Well, those aren't very lined up, are they? Not a very good angle either. Okay, I don't like these. I think we can do better down here. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's the best we could do. That's being all weird. is all kinds of off. That looks off too. That should do. Full blast, hit the X button, and I cleared it by a little bit, so that'll have to do. Okay, now I'm going to have more of a chance of completing the race. Let's see if I can beat my time. Three, two, one, go. Feather the thrusters. We don't run out of thrusters. We need to make these things way faster. Feels like you're crawling. And this is maxed out, supposedly. It's not a very hard course, but you put drift tires on and you slip right off of this island every time. Okay, here we go. The make it or break it jump. Ooh, I made it. That's a good sign. Hopefully I can make it back. Stupid bitch. Save up some jets. I think I missed that, but I made it. There we go. Now it's easier for all of them noobs like myself that can't drive these things, because they're not fast enough. Track record, 84 seconds. What was the old record? Where's that? Supposed to show you 2 times right here. I don't know why they're not showing the times. Where is it? Up here. Maybe it just doesn't remember the last races. I swore it told you both times though. Cool looking planet with a little moon right in the middle of it. Maybe I'm thinking of my other buggy. I don't know. This is my little racetrack build on a chromatic planet. I want to do like a spaceship race through these rings. Would be cool. Tons and tons of these rings on this planet. I think we need more races going on. More people doing races. base markers don't work in your spaceship. Nothing actually works in your spaceship as far as base parts go. That are right here around my racetrack are pretty much looped together. Tried to mark them one night with safe beacons. That's what that little yellow marker is over there. But I'm going to save my progress. Gonna have a save here? Yeah, I do. If it will load in, it's right here. Yes. Okay, a little bit of a garage down here. Work on your machines. This teleporter here goes down there in the valley to all them feeders, so you can feed animals. There's my power supply down there too. Come up here, have a little grub, some barbecue before the race. Okay, so back to Mount Olympus. The whole reason for streaming today. To have people visit the uploadable version of Mount Olympus. Got a couple viewers just lurking in the background. Nobody's gonna say hi. I swear those Girl Scout cookies got crack in them. Just can't stop eating them. Looks like everything loaded in nicely. And quickly. It's always nice. Somebody threw a silver mine over there. Missing out on the view of the place. And do a quick walk down and back. When we come back, this ring right here won't be loaded in, so we'll get a good look at it. Let me know if you haven't seen this build before, and I'll explain it or walk slower through it. I don't know. Try to see what it looks like walking back. Oh, well, just go ahead and fly through my build, buddy. Don't mind me. You guys want to fly through it too? Oh, see? That's what you get. You get stuck. I got stuck and died flying through this thing one night. I want to get this effect though right here on this other side. So I tried adding a light tucked in here to get some more glow on this side. And then I alternated blue and pink lights, and I thought it looked cool. But now I'm not really so impressed by it at all. I think it looks kind of gaudy. Should have just kept one color or another. And these 4 rings are all bite beaded in sequence. So it goes this ring right here, where you can see that wire, and then this ring of pill lights that should be brighter than they are. I think feels like it should light up this area more. And then that ring, and then that ring, and there's the bite beat mess down there. Running it. Not the effect that I was going for. Still would like to tear down those rings and get them to spin instead of just flash on and off once in a while, because you can't see the travel from there to there to there to there. Not even really at night. It's kind of pointless. These are just lit up with those little lanterns. Took all the pill lights out of these 2 rings. It keeps showing me that there's been something in chat, but it's not showing me on my phone what that is. Shadow going on over there. Some trees going in the gap. Crazy, these are the same color tree. And you can kind of tell what they are right now, but at night these look purple and these look blue for some reason. Through some changes. Seeing these trees and light fissures and stuff in here. And it's been reduced down to just basic bitch kind of look right now. It's one of my favorite spots right here though. These little glowy lights and the moon pools. Little snaky trees that move a little bit. And originally I had those pine trees up here on top. They were kind of bent in a little bit, so they were in this wreath of foliage, and they looked like they had roses in the wreath, and I couldn't get them to line up, so I ended up doing them all in the same alignment. And I don't even remember snapping fissures on there. I do not recall putting these fissures on this tree at all. Most of my fissures placement have been glitched into light floors, like these ones over here. I glitched into this light floor. It's right here. These 4 rings are also ran by a bite beat, flashing back and forth. Look at this wiring nightmare. Stretch from there to there to the one behind it, and then these are skipped every other wire, so that they rotate. Let's go back down here, see if we can see any rotation of the lights yet. Kind of, a little bit in the satellites there. And then when you get a little bit closer here, yeah, I should probably move those trees and light fissures so I can see this light better. I wanted this whole thing to, all these lights to spin as you got to go into this tunnel. And it just didn't work out. Oh look, my Colossus decided to join me today inside the build. That's funny. I was noticing in my streams that this one isn't the right color either. That color? Nope. Was it purple? Yep. All the rest of these right? Yep. Okay. I don't think I can pull my Colossus out of there, because the ground stops right there and it's over there, so maybe we can just call it in down there. Looks like we can. Let's call you in down there and get you out of this up here. Where's my mech guy at? See up here? Oh, I'm gonna hit my head. He likes to chill out up here on top of the boat sometimes. No? I don't know where he is, so he must be down on the ground somewhere. One thing you gotta watch out for when you're building with these exocraft spawners is they like to just spawn right in the middle of the build. Oh yeah, stream's real crappy tonight. Surprised anybody's even watching. favorite pieces of that alien plant and these race initiators. Kaleidoscope you can walk through. You're still cruising at a pretty good clip. It just doesn't feel like you're even walking. And that's the end of it. Ask the questions to the God within. A little save point over here if I can reach it. I wish there was a squat down button so you don't fall off of the edge like there is in Minecraft. See how close I can get to the edge here. And still be able to reach this save point. And then if we fly over to the back side of it, go Wizard of Oz behind the curtain chill spot. It's not joinable via the anomaly unless you're standing there with me, and then you can download the information. So you would have to hit me up as a friend first. I wish this was the community highlight for the week or something, but I haven't changed those in a year. So I doubt it'll ever be a community highlight. I just got it reduced down from 4,800 pieces down to 3,000 so that I could upload it as a base. So it is viewable now if you do join my game and visit it. If you're on PS4 normal. Tried to give a couple people my friend code tonight so they could visit it, and I didn't see any friend requests or anything pop up. And the guy that was here, Warren, had to go to bed. Totally understandable. Glad he stopped in tonight. And the whole build is 500 U from end to end. So I'm really surprised. You're not on for a couple hours. That's understandable. I got plenty of video footage on my channel of me building this. There's like 16 episodes, a bunch of live streams and stuff of it. So you can catch more of it there and how it was built. You're in the UK and it's 10:16 a.m. That's rough. No, not really. You're into tomorrow, and I'm still in last night. Well, I'm in tomorrow, but it's like 2 a.m. here. So it's still kind of Saturday night for me. I don't see enough people on No Man's Sky anymore, blowing my mind, and when I do, it's always a PC player that's using Blender and can just take one section of their build and create a circle out of it without actually having to glitch all the parts in or do anything, and then they can just bring it down to any planet they want and load it in from Blender. So that PC players are really not impressing me anymore. And I've seen some pretty cool things on PS4, but nothing really out there that's mind-blowing on just PS4 normal with no mods. Just 100% survival earned and placed. I'm sorry the stream quality is probably crappy. I'm gonna work on that, see if I can get some better internet to stream with. Alright, on here on PlayStation, been playing since day one. I've been playing since April of last year. And I played the game when it first came out, but I didn't buy it. I just like rented it from Redbox or something and beat it in a weekend. And it's really the building that's kept me coming back to this game, because I like having different creative outlets that I can just create things in and not have to listen or answer to anybody else. Just do what I want to do. So the game was already familiar to me because I played it, but I didn't keep playing it since day one. I bought it again because it was on sale for like $20 one night, and I'd heard something from somebody, or was watching a stream or something about a new update. I can't remember which update it was, but yeah, April of last year it was on sale and it got updated, and started playing it pretty religiously almost every day. And then I was watching Zoo one night, and he was asking people if they wanted to do a build challenge, and I told him, yeah, I got skills. And he was like, alright, well, let's look at some of your bases. And he toured 3 of my bases on his stream one night, and said he'd do some videos for me and put them up on my channel, and that never happened, so I decided to start making my own videos to show off some of my builds. And yeah, here we are tonight, showing off Mount Olympus. This is the ring that I said was not going to load back in when we can. I said get a good look at that I wanted to flip around. For some reason it just will not load back in. Half of this one doesn't load back in until I go down to this end and kind of turn around. You'll see a bunch more of this load in. Let's see how much we get loaded in. Oh, not a lot. A little bit of that ring loaded in. One little section, just that's all that's gonna load in. The star showed up, so that's good. But it's a little bit too long to stay loaded in. So we want the whole thing. I love the effect that the moon pool gives to my living ship. That green undercarriage glow. Looks like some kind of weird alien or something from the back. Oh, glowing green. Kind of looks like the eyeballs right there. I don't know. Secondary landing pad for visitors. Also glowing. Oh, thank you. Wardybach. Thank you very much. It's a super simple process, though, to build something extravagant like this. Started with just a floor panel on the ground, built some walls up, put a biodome on it, and did the old biodome light floor trick, just like any other APG engine, to make a circle with. I missed my light fissures that were in this circle right here. They're actually facing downwards and lighten up this circle. Kind of missed that effect. Oh, sun's coming up. It's a beautiful planet, though. I just wish the blue skies would be reflected down in the water. For some reason, the water looks like a rusty gold during the day and is crystal clear blue at night. But I'm just glad that I got to show this off to a couple more people tonight. I started out the stream walking down through it and back with a couple people, and then I went and did a couple things at the racetrack, and found a new location for a racetrack and set up kind of a real quick racetrack on a big mountaintop planet. And yeah, just walk through this again to kind of say farewell for the night. Thank you guys for joining me. Do a little flyby, see if I can keep from running into it. It got a lot shorter when I took pieces away from it. It used to reach all the way over to that little island, or that little mountaintop. It still almost gets there. But I got a second base computer on that mountaintop now, so hopefully I can do some kind of castle or some end game there. Hagen Lawton, welcome. Thank you. It's been a month-long passion art piece. There's a bunch of this first part right here that's not loaded in right now because we walked all the way to the end of it and back, and some of it didn't load back in. But yeah, pretty simple in its build, but very intricate in the visuals that I tried to get out of it. Lots of cool areas in the build. This is one of my favorite areas. Looks a lot more peaceful when everything's not moving and grinding and flashing. Fish are just frozen in time. you gotta get down. So just half the lights here are gonna load in, not the other half. Oh well. Some of it loads in, some of it disappears. To get the full effect, I would have to save it down here on the platform and reload it. How do you get more than one fish tank? Just like getting more than one of these race initiators right here. You're only allowed 5 of these, and you're only allowed 1 of these race initiators in the game. If you'd like, I can show you how to get more than what's allowed in the game. Just blender glitching or adjacency glitching or wire glitching are probably the 3 most used glitches in the game. Can I land anywhere? Oh, it's gonna land me over here. So, if you want more things than the base tells you can have, you can just go ahead and save it, even though I just had an autosave. Put down here on the ground. So, you were asking about the fish tank. For one, you got to make sure you've got enough ingredients to make a fish tank, which I don't have on me right now. I need living pearls. Have any living pearls anywhere? My freighter's not in this system. Let's just change that real quick. Freighter in, and now see if we have any living pearls. Pretty sure I do. There's 26 of them. Let's just grab like 6. Okay, fish tanks. So normally you would throw down like a pill light or a light box if you want a wire glitch. So we'll throw one of them down real quick. We'll go back to the fish tank. So yeah, right now it's telling me limit 5 per base, right? And I can't build it. Limit 5 per base. So normally if you were building your first one, you could green state this item like this, where it's green on the ground. And then just pull your left trigger and you get this wire thing here. So let's say, well, let's just go back to the fish tank. Okay, it won't let us build the fish tank. So I can't green state it, but I can grab a wire from that light box and then get it to glitch wherever I want it to, wherever I place it. Looks like I placed it on a little bit of a hill, so it's leaning sideways, and this is done just by letting go of your left trigger on PlayStation and pulling your right trigger kind of simultaneously. It's kind of a bump of interaction between letting go of the wire and placing the part that you're trying to build. So you can pretty much build any part, anywhere, anytime, as long as you have the resources to build it. Just by grabbing your wire, placing it wherever you want, and then swapping between left and right triggers. So you're just releasing the wire and placing the part as you release that little wire with your left trigger. And then there's green stated things. So without pulling a wire, you can green state an object. Doesn't matter what object, as long as it's placeable. And then go to your wire. And without pulling a wire from a light box or another connector, you can just green state an item on the ground and then go up and place it with what's called just a green state wire glitch. And then you have adjacency glitching, which let's say I want to put this little green blobby dude that's right next to this up on the end of this pipe. So instead of building the pipe, I just switch over to the green blobby dude as I build the pipe simultaneously. And it'll build that thing instead. Just because it was right next to the pipe. So I switch over to that guy instead of building the pipe, but I use the green stated pipe to build that guy. So I built two of them there face to face because I flipped the pipe around. It gives you that little cool design. That's the first time I've actually done that, where I've put two of those little blobby. Definitely gives a weird looking little fish tank look. Biome, I guess. Oh, are they gonna kiss? Yeah. Just passed each other because they're going in opposite direction. He's happy. Got a little kiss, a little air schmack, face time. So yeah, that's the three different glitches. You can either have something that will not place. I guess we're only allowed one per base on this little blobby guy. So you can pull a wire and place it. Oh, if you do it too quick, you leave a wire. If you do it too slow, it doesn't work at all. And if you get the timing right, it places it down like that. So it's just like learning how to play any other timing game. You just got to get that timing right. So that's the wire glitch. The green stating glitch is just where you have it green stated on the ground, pull to your wire, and then glitch it in there. I missed that time. And they all pretty much have the same timing. And then the adjacency glitch, where you have something green stated, but you want to go to build something that's right next to it on the menu, like that little blobby dude. So even though it just showed me that it was purple stated, I could still just adjacency, which means right next to. So if I wanted to do, I mean, I can already build the triangle, but I can't build that guy. So adjacency that guy, and you can build him up there. So I hope that answers your question of how you can get more than one part per base. You just have to glitch them in there. Same with the race initiators. You only allowed one of these per base for a racetrack, but they give off that really cool blue look. So you'll just grab them and put them in places. I don't think I have any light floors left up here. I've pretty much taken all the light floors that it took to create this out. There's a floor we could glitch it on though. Clear over here. Probably missed the glitch now that I'm over here. Nope. So I just glitched it to that flat wall. and now it's sticking out sideways. But always happy to answer questions and help out a fellow traveler learn how to build cool things. Yeah, like I said, it's just like learning how to play any other game where you gotta have, you know, the right timing to pull something off, whether you're Laura Croft trying to jump, backflip, somersault through a doorway and run real fast, or you're playing Guitar Hero and you're just trying to time those notes just right, you know. Once you learn how to do it a couple times, you just start building things like this. And hooking things up like bite beats to get different pulses going out of your lights. If they would load in properly. God, it looks so ugly without them loaded in on this end. If you would like to hang out for a second, I will reload it from this end and try to walk through it again for you guys. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I am back. Had to go potty real quick. Okay, come on, load it. Looks like everything loaded pretty good. Shouldn't risk the build camera. A relaxing trip through the imagination. That's what this first little message module says. This is the stripped down uploadable version of the space. So it looks a little more naked to some people that have seen it from the beginning, including myself. Used to be trees on these tips and glass walls wrapped all the way around these things. And pill lights, lighting them up. I've spent the last 4 days stripping 1,700 parts out of this build to get it back down to 3,000 and uploadable. This is that ring that was not loading in a minute ago. there was just pill lights and wires. Can't really see the sequence between this light row and these pill lights. Oh, I fell off. That's not very good. Oh, and I missed. Get up on the platform. Okay, build camp. So yeah, the bite beat down here is running these 4 rings. So that's number 1 ring right here. And this is number 2. And that's number 3. And then that's number 4. But you don't get the effect that I was trying to go for, especially in the daytime. You can see a little bit more of the lights at night, but yeah. Fell off again. Rewind a little bit. Okay. Well, I swear I haven't been drinking. Maybe I should drink. That'll help me stagger across this thing. So yeah, if you know they're there and you can see them, you kind of notice the sequence of lights. But it's really hard to see for first timers, and even myself, it's not the effect that I was going for. I shouldn't have alternated the blue and pink on these either, but the effect on the other side of it's cooler than on this side, I think. I was trying to get this look on this side by placing in an extra light. That just didn't work out the greatest. I got tired of seeing my save point on the platform here, so I suspended it in the air. This ring here gives you some weird characters sometimes at night and stuff. Kind of looks like a fox's face this way, right there in the middle, with his ears sticking up. And then when you flip it over, kind of looks like a cat's face. I don't see it right now, but I don't know. It's got some eyes and stuff going on. I am in the Eisenham galaxy. And here's the glyphs. Down there on the screen. And for some reason on PlayStation it doesn't let me see all the glyphs on my screen. But it looks like they're all there on the stream, so it goes bird, sun, dragonfly, black hole, Y, balloon, dragonfly, sun, bird, sun, hexagon, sun. Bring those back up. Shouldn't have put that second base computer like right there in my vision. Keep trying not to scroll on it, but it does anyways. Trying not to walk too fast or the stream just gets all blurry and you can't see anything in this. Yeah, I thought this build just needed some of the fish tank glow in it. Some of the bubbly noise. Yeah, I can throw up the address again and shout it out to you. It is bird, sun, dragonfly, black hole, the Y shape, the little balloon, the dragonfly, the sun, the bird, the sun, the hexagon, and the sun. And this is also a really cool system if you're trying to get living ship upgrades. The only way you can get those is to pulse through a system that has an upgrade egg. And most systems only have one egg, sometimes no eggs. Very rare to find a 2-egg system. And this system has 3 eggs in under a minute. So you get 3 upgrades every time you save and reload out of the space station and start pulsing around the system. You get your first one at 15 seconds, and your second one at 30 seconds, and your third one at 45 seconds. So they're 15 seconds apart, or longer than each other. Which is nice because you can max out your living ship in just an hour or so. Wait, I can rewind the stream. Yeah, no problem. I can just simply flash it up there on the screen for you again. This is the second set of lights that didn't work out all that well. Lots of wiring going on here for these 4 light floors that are also hooked up with a bite beat machine down here somewhere, right there. Just alternating between different light floors. Make them look like they're spinning. But you can see them more from the outside of the build than you can the inside of the build. Get a nice effect like right here from the last floor, but don't even really see the floors in the satellite or the floors behind those little glowing alien pod plants. Barely kind of see a floor growing right there, but not exactly what I was going for. The last glyph was the sun. Once again, this is in Eisenham, so you gotta be able to get to Eisenham through the Nexus, through somebody else's base, or have a friend that has a base here, or simply complete the game and go to the green system, which is the lush system, and that will take you to Eisenham. It's another one of my favorite sections of the build right here, when it actually gets in sync and these little corals kind of feed up into these little glowy balls. I don't know, just trippy looking. Still got a little ways to go. Go out into build camera here and see how much further we have to go. Not too far. Through the grinder. This is an achievement with these little glass walls, and even got an extra race initiator going all the way around it. You don't really see the effect too much inside this room. You can see it a little bit right there. Just didn't end up doing what I wanted it to do either, but I can't take them out now because it makes this almost this whole row that they're touching disappear. Probably wasted 100 hours on this build just having things phase delete. This section right here is what I call the grinder, because it's got two sets of satellites. Well, I mean, it's got Colossus spawners and then mech spawners. But then it's got two sets of satellites that kind of get grindy sounding right here. Some really cool effects with the race initiation pulse, the light fissures, and the satellites moving. It's a really trippy spot right here. With your face right in the light fissures. Get all the light fissures to cross. Get a really weird pattern going on. I like those little glowy ends too, those are pretty cool. Definitely a whole different look at night also. Looks like the sun's starting to go down over the valley. You have access to 6 galaxies. Yeah. I usually just go into the anomaly and see who's in the anomaly and whose bases I can bring up that's in a different galaxy, you know? But that's how I got to Calypso and Hilbert, and I think that's pretty much all I've been to. This is the first 4 that are part of the end game. At least the ones that are offered to you in the anomaly, I think, are Eisenham, Calypso, and Hilbert. Not too sure, but I don't really have a need or desire to go see any more galaxies. I haven't even discovered like 1/1000th of a section of the Euclid galaxy that you start out in. So it kind of seems pointless to me that you would need multiple galaxies when you can't even explore the first one. And yet they put a base limit on 3,000 build parts per base. But then give you a game that takes 9 million years to explore. It doesn't make sense. You guys want to see the little Easter egg behind this? Oh, this isn't it. This is just a save point. But it's not letting me grab. Get a little bit closer. Nope. Fell off. Anyways, behind this thing, there is a lounge. Oh, if I can get up here. So you got your own little couch back here. Behind the build. But it doesn't allow you to be in first person to sit on this little couch. So I learned that last night when I put the couch here. Tried to go into first person mode and it doesn't let you. So I was trying to just make a cool little relaxing spot to have a screensaver, and you pretty much have to stand up and go into first person mode to enjoy it. You want to visit all 256? Actually 256. Some people say 257. I don't really see the point to visiting all the galaxies. You could simply visit 256 stars systems in one galaxy and still see different things every day. Alright, let's walk back through it. Hopefully this stream's not too bad and it's not a blurry mess. See if I can stop looking at my ding. Still trying to find that perfect planet, huh? I don't know. I don't know if it exists. I thought this was a perfect planet. And even though you can't see the storms on it, it still has harsh, toxic wind. And so my life just drains rapidly sometimes, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I can't see wind. But every planet, it seems, has something off about it, whether it's aggressive sentinels or aggressive animals, or even though it says it's a lush planet, it's still got some kind of harsh weather. But I've definitely got 3 or 4 planets that I would call heavenly. I think this planet was named by somebody else. I'm not sure. Go to my discoveries here. Is that the planet that I'm on? Yeah. I think I just uploaded it before I renamed it or something. I'm not real big into renaming things. But it's in the Lomusa system. Oh, actually I was here just getting upgrades for my living ship. And there's 2 lush planets. Carlsrad Caverns. I haven't checked that out yet. Let's see what. Icy Planet. Paradise Planet. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 guys that have a base on this planet. And then this Temperate Planet was another Paradise Planet. I just fell in love with the mountaintop. It just felt like it needed something big and majestic on top of this mountain, because it had this other little mountain next to it, you know, and then this big old huge like landing strip of mountain. So it just felt like a Mount Olympus kind of build. And then it turned into this monstrosity. Oh, man. So my game froze. Thank you guys for joining me today. And subscribe to my channel for more awesome building. Have a good night.